don't know if I knew anything was seriously wrong. I think that was the big issue was, I was feeling some chest pain, but it didn't feel like normal symptoms. I talked to Dr. Beach. He said, hey, symptoms can come in a million different ways. It wasn't a movie scene. It wasn't grab your chest. And there was no pain down my arm. There was nothing saying I'm having a heart attack. I walked in here and Dr. Beach just kind of looked at me and said, you love your wife and kids, but if I send you home, I'm not comfortable because I don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. So for me, hearing that as a father and a husband, and I was like, well, there's no other choice. We're going to the ER. We're going to get this done. It's a scary thing because, like I said, you feel like, hey, look, I'm not a college athlete anymore. I'm in my mid-40s. I'm a little fatter than I used to be. It's a little different catching my breath, but I'm not having a heart attack. I'm not about to die. And when somebody looks at you and says, yeah, you might be, that's hard. And, I remember Harsh Patel, he was making a trip to come and see me and put this stent in, and they're like, look, this blockage is serious. I don't know if we're going to have to take you to somewhere else and open your chest or do this or that. And that was scary because I didn't want that to happen. But he said, look, we're going to do whatever we need to do to keep you healthy. So, I held his hand for a second. I said, I got 3 kids, I'm not supposed to be here today. And, I think he knew, and everyone knew that, I was right where I needed to be. You got to do the checkups, you got to go get the physicals. You got to, don't skip out saying, I don't have the time to do that stuff, because it was almost, it got close to almost too late for me, so we were really lucky that it worked out the way it did.
So I think Mr. Murphy's case is a perfect example of how important it is to pay attention to your body and new symptoms. He was seen in our immediate heart care clinic and was having chest pain, very typical angina. He was set up for a heart catheterization that day, which I do feel saved his life. And without the urgent attention to his symptoms, it could be a different outcome.
The overall professionalism I kind of felt just within the office, everyone just kind of saying, look, this is serious, this is where we are. And I think that sometimes not hearing exactly what you want to hear can still give you hope in saying, hey, this is what we have to do, this is where we are, and we're going to take care of this and you're going to be okay. The technology that they're using, the things that, this office can do, and I couldn't be more thankful and more happy with everything, how it's gone, how it's turned out. Obviously, I'm here. You can't say enough thank yous, but that's really what it is.